Don't touch that dial. Watch this exciting scene from today's four-part story of Underdog. Here it comes now.
And here is our hero. Underdog, will you step over here and say a few words to our audience?
Certainly,
What's the matter, Underdog?
Everything's going round and... Whew. I feel fine when I sit down, but when I stand up, things spin around.
But that's terrible, Underdog. We must get you to a hospital right away.
There's work to be done. I cannot stay. I must be up and on my way.
This is an exciting day, folks. We are about to launch our first Men to Mars rocket. The two astronauts are inside the ship, and the countdown has begun.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
They're off. Oh, good luck, astronauts. Good luck.
How far out are we?
32 million miles. Why?
There's a strange planet over there which doesn't appear on our space map. Its gravity seems to be pulling us off course.
Turn the gravity index up to 9. We'll pull them right into our little planet. But, sir, what do we want with them? They will be decoys for Underdog. Who's Underdog? He's the one that can stop me from taking over Earth. He must be destroyed. They're getting closer. Closer! Closer!
We can't control the ship. We're going to crash.
Hang on, this is the end! They're stuck fast.
Would you believe it? Mud.
Let's see if we can blast out of it.
That's no use. We can't get out. We'll have to call Earth. Astro's calling Earth. Astro's calling Earth.
Yes, Astros. What is it?
Well, it's kind of embarrassing, sir. What it is, sir, is we're stuck in the mud.
It's true, viewers. Our brave astronauts are stuck on an unknown planet. Only Underdog can save them now. Underdog, where are you? Oh, where has my Underdog gone? Oh, where has he gone?
And Sweet Polly's plea reached the ears of humble, lovable Shoeshine, who, putting down his Shoeshine kit, quickly stepped into the nearest telephone booth and...
When astronauts have trouble, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go.
Underdog approaches. It is time for you to prepare to take over Earth. Aye, but how? With this and this. What are they for? This is for doing the progress. And with this, you...
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Oh, gee, thanks. Underdog, if it hadn't been for you, we'd be stuck here forever. Hey, look! Grab the guns, quick!
Put down your guns and your hands extend. This one is coming as a friend. Why, thank you. See, he is a friendly cuss. Let's take him back to Earth with us.
Perfect. Perfect.
What is Zorb's evil scheme? Does the present to Underdog have anything to do with it? There's plenty of excitement ahead in our next episode. Zorb, evil ruler of a strange planet, had sent one of his men down to take over Earth.
It is time for you to prepare to take over Earth. Aye, but how? With this and this.
This is very exciting, viewers. Underdog has not only brought back the two astronauts, but also a stranger from another planet. Our scientists are examining him now. And here is our hero. Underdog, will you step over here and say a few words to our audience?
Certainly,
What's the matter, Underdog?
Everything's going round and... Whew. I feel fine when I sit down, but when I stand up, things spin around.
But that's terrible, Underdog. We must get you to a hospital right away.
There's work to be done. I cannot stay. I must be up and on my way.
Call an ambulance for Underdog. He's not well.
I feel fine when I sit down, but when I stand up, things spin around.
He feels fine when he sits down, but when he stands up, things spin around.
Better get him to the hospital right away. Meanwhile, back at the laboratory, the scientists were having trouble with the man from the strange planet.
I'm getting out of here.
No, we're not finished.
Oh, yes, you are.
No. Help!
They're calling for help. I must not be slow. It's hip, and...
You feel fine when you sit down, but when you stand up, things spin around.
Of course they spin around. As long as Underdog wears that charm around his neck, he'll get dizzy every time he stands up. He's helpless. Now let's see how Kron is doing.
The cage! Lower the cage! That ought to hold him for a while. We'll keep him there till he calms down. Look! He's growing! He's getting bigger! He's filling the cage! He's going to burst out of the cage! He's out! And he's still growing!
Now what will happen? Underdog's sick, a giant. Who can stop him? And how big will he get? Don't miss the gigantic excitement in our next episode. See all of this Underdog adventure complete on today's show. And in weeks to come, you'll be seeing exciting scenes like this. The stranger from another planet had burst out of his cage and was getting bigger and bigger.
He's still growing. He's filling the room. Get out! Get out!
Meanwhile, back at the hospital,
Oh, Underdog!
he feels fine when he sits down. When he stands up, things spin around.
Must be the eyes. First thing, the eye test. Look as hard as you can at that chart.
But...
No buts. I'm the doctor. Look hard at the chart.
But the doctor had forgotten about Underdog's powerful X-ray vision, and soon...
You've set the place on fire!
Meanwhile, back at the laboratory,
He's filling the room. Look out! Look out!
hospital.
Oh, very strange business. He feels fine when he sits down, but when he stands up, things spin around.
Which way do they spin, huh? It's very simple. He just put him on the spinning machine and spin in the opposite direction. So, sit here. I lose more patience that way.
Meanwhile, the giant was becoming bigger and bigger.
He's heading to the center of the city. Oh, who can stop him?
But the only person with a chance to stop him was Underdog, and he was still in the hospital.
Disaster! Disaster! A giant is loose in the city. He's coming this way.
When the city's in trouble, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go.
You feel fine when you sit down, but when you stand up, things spin around.
Look! Here comes Underdog!
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
There he is. There's the giant. Sick him, Underdog.
Stop him, Underdog! Stop him! Can the dizzy Underdog stop the giant? And if he can't, will the giant take over the Earth? We'll find out in our next exciting episode.
When criminals in this world appear and bring the laws that they should fear and frighten all who see or hear, the cry goes up both far and near for Underdog. 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 Speed of lightning, power of thunder, fighting all who Underdog. Underdog.
Even though completely dizzy from a charm he was wearing around his neck, Underdog was trying to fight the giant.
Underdog's through. Call out the army.
But this job's for Underdog.
Underdog can't do it.
Why not?
He feels fine when he sits down, but when he stands up, things spin around.
And so the army was sent out to fight the monster.
The army's done for. Call out the Navy.
Well, this is no job for the Navy. This is a job for Underdog.
Underdog can't do it.
Why not?
He feels fine when he sits down, but when he stands up, things spin around.
And so the Navy steamed into action.
The Navy's done for. Call out the Air Force.
But this is no job for the Air Force. This is a job for Underdog.
But Underdog can't do it.
Why not?
He feels fine when he sits down, but when he stands up, things spin around.
And so the Air Force was called into action. The Air Force is done for.
That monster has beaten the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. What shall we do? He'll conquer the country.
When the country is in trouble, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go.
No, you can't. You feel fine when you sit down, but when you stand up, things spin around.
I must.
You can't.
I must.
Can't.
Must. I feel great. I'm no longer dizzy. The country's in trouble. I'd better get busy.
Look, here comes Underdog again.
And so powerful was Underdog's punch that the monster was smashed all the way back to his own planet. And once more peace reigned on Earth, and once more the people could say, "Look, in the sky, it's a plane,
It's a bird.
It's a fool.
a frog."
Not plane, nor bird, nor even frog. It's just little old me. Underdog.
Now, as our hero of heroes goes about his everyday good deeds, we're glad to know that in today's story, somehow Underdog came through again. But what about next week? Here's a scene from next week's show.
And in just a few seconds, I'll have the whole thing nicely bottled up in this jar. Simon,
That's Underdog. Hold it, Simon. I command you must stop this evil plan.
Simon says, dry up. Underdog. Oh, Underdog, you old